Greetings fans, hyperfans, and people just lost looking for videos of cats on YouTube. Today we have finally got hold of Marvel's DeathsHead. He is from the Infinite series, very simple packaging. You've got Thor's hammer, cap shield, Iron Man's mask, and Hulk's fist on there. A simple bubble package, cross-sell on the back, nice spot UV varnish on the actual figure illustration. Let me just read off his bio. Originally constructed as a host body for the psychotic mage Lupex, the mechanoid being known as DeathsHead was stolen and given a mind of his own. Now, this self-styled, freelance peacekeeping agent roams both space and time as a mercenary, forever searching for his next contract. His contracts have included Doctor Who, Optimus Prime, and various characters throughout the Marvel Universe. I think quite recently he's been back to hunting down Iron Man. The rest of the series is on the bottom of that box. And we see that the cross-sell has 80s masked Thor, Beta Ray Bill, Steve Rogers, Yellow Jacket, Red She-Hulk, and Whirlwind. Picked this up in store from Forbidden Planet today for a grand total of £9.99. I'm rushing through this a bit because this isn't actually my figure. This belongs to my partner, who's very graciously letting me review it, but she wants to open it up, so I will let her have a play with it and hopefully try and steal it back off of her to review it out of package. So out of his packaging and tooled up, DeathsHead is a pretty cool looking figure. He's got this really lovely metallicized blue paint on, well, most of him. Boots, skirt, shoulder pads. Just giving you a 360 here. Long pleated vinyl cape, which really helps his stability. He comes with 3 accessories, which are shield, mace, and axe, all of which I've got him holding at the moment. But obviously, if you know the original series, he swaps his hands out for these, and he can indeed do that. If I just give that a little bit of a pull, they pop in pretty easily, and that's on both hands. I was kind of expecting him to come with a lot more weapons, but I don't mind that too much. The shield has a couple of clips to hold the weapons and this bridge-shaped piece there, so it fits onto his armbands really easily. And he also has these 2 little peg holes in either side of his back, just under his cape, so if I grab his weapons back off of him, they will just clip into the shield. It's all very, very soft plastic. I mean, DeathsHead is basically spike on spike on spike, and without being this soft bendy plastic, he would never make it past a health and safety check. Okay, so just push those 2 into there. Oh, maybe I should have put the shield on before I put the weapons in. Definitely should have put the weapons in afterwards. But once you've actually got everything together, it holds. It looks good. It's a good way of displaying him. Articulation-wise, DeathsHead holds up pretty well. His head is on a weird double hinge rather than a pure ball joint, but you can get some pretty good movement all round and looking up, looking down. For some reason I thought the jaw was going to be articulated, but it's not. The cape, shoulder pads, body armour is all one piece of soft PVC. If I lift that up, there is... I don't know, anybody got the Colossus figure who can tell me that that is that body? Peg holes there make me think that should actually plug in, but there are no pegs under there to do that with, so probably more cost cutting. The arms have a cut at the bicep. They've got a universal joint at the shoulder, so you can get up to about there before you have to start fiddling and turning. Single joint at the elbow, wrist swivel mainly due to the removable hands. Hands are moulded shut. He's got a rocking midriff. Legs are on a V-cut. No, they're not a V-cut. They are cut at the thigh. They are on a T-joint there, although movement is very, very limited by the skirts. He's got a double knee, so it can go back about 100 degrees, and the feet are again on a turn and a join, so he can point his little toesies. Now these are the slightly larger Marvel figures, and it seems that the Marvel money machine is just putting everything out in every size to try and rinse the geek collective for as much money as possible. But actually I don't mind this size for DeathsHead, because whilst he doesn't really scale with your 3 3/4 figures, he's supposed to be bigger. Marvel themselves can't really decide on how big DeathsHead is. Sometimes he is normal person size, sometimes he is giant robot size. So whether his bounty is Tony Stark, or the Autobots, he actually scales pretty well. Now, I know this is a figure for a very specific fandom, being from the Marvel UK stables, kind of finding his home in the main Marvel universe, but with a fantastic retro look at the Marvel UK universe with Revolutionary War, which came out earlier this year, he is a fun character to pick up. I know this one's going to be being displayed on the Transformers shelf, quite probably blowing the head off a Bumblebee. I often complain about Forbidden Planet as being incredibly overpriced, but they did manage to find this figure for us and hold on to it, and he was a mere £10. So a big thank you to them. He's packed 2 per case, as is every other figure in that box, so I don't think there's going to be a problem with scarcity and scalping. So if you want to get him, there's a pretty good chance you're going to be able to. Now, whether you've got an affinity with the character, remember him from the 80s comics, or just like Skullface bounty hunters, it's a good looking figure, but that final call is going to be down to you. Thank you for watching, and remember, if you're keeping them in package, you're not a toy collector, you're a box collector. Till next time.